Welcome back, everybody. Apologies for the technical difficulties that we had in the first stream. Hopefully we got on top of those for this one. Made a couple of changes to do with the setup of the stream, so fingers crossed we're going to be okay now. But yeah, we've just had the sprint race. Vita and Ultra there taking the win ahead of Tezamaza, with Freddie taking third place. And yeah, here we are for the Belgian Grand Prix getting underway now. Here we are then, guys. Lights are coming on. We're about to go racing here for the Belgian Grand Prix here at Purple Sector Formula 1 League. And it's lights out, and away we go. Vita and Ultra gets a good start there. Tezza didn't get a great one. Freddie's looking up the inside La Source. But Tezma is around the outside there, trying to keep the momentum, holding on to second place. You've got Justify there, moving ahead of Matty Pitt. Matty Pitt's dropping down the order here. He's lost a load of places here with Matty Pitt. He's side by side here with Joseph. Rock's moved ahead of Justify up into fourth place. But Matty Pitt's out of the race. He's been pushed into the wall there, going up into Eau Rouge. And Matty Pitt there, out of the race on lap one. Disaster of a start there for him. Virtual safety car deployed here as Vita and Ultra leads ahead of Terza, followed by Freddie in third place. You've got Rock there, P4 ahead of Irelandberg. Joseph there in P6 ahead of Justify. Nathan's moved ahead of T up into 8th place. And you can see there T's got back ahead of him under VSC, so maybe he made that move after the VSC was deployed there, did Nathan. He's had to get that position straight back. But yeah, difficult situation obviously for Matty Pitt being out of the race here on the opening lap. But you've got Vita and Ultra leading ahead of Tezamaza, with Freddie in third place. So the top three from the sprint race still running in the same order here on lap one of the Grand Prix. Joseph playing all sorts of games here on the back of Irelandberg, trying to upset his rival a little bit, trying to unsettle him. As we're underway once again, Vita and Ultra puts his foot to the floor. Tezam right on the back of him here, was ready for that one as soon as it dropped there, the green flag, as we can see them coming through Blanchimont here, as Nathan's moved ahead of T up into 8th place. Now that move's being shapen. Oh, and T's out of the race. T's crashed here through the final sector. Oh no! And there's debris everywhere. You can see as they're all piling through the scene of the crash. And Joseph in the meantime has moved ahead of Irelandberg up into P5. Oh, as he loses it out the final corner. And Irelandberg there takes position back off of him. Was that after the VSC though? It was, and Joseph manages to get that position back. Luckily for Joseph there, because of obviously the virtual safety car being deployed again. But that's 2 VSCs in one lap here, which is almost unfathomable. But Vita and Ultra leading ahead of Tezza, with Freddie still in third place at the moment. The top two had broken away a little bit from Freddie at the end of the first lap, not massively though. He's still there waiting in the wings. But Joseph there managing to get ahead of Irelandberg through the final sector, bidding it out of the final corner. But then luckily for him, the VSC managed to save his position there, and Irelandberg had to give it back on the exit of the final corner, as Nathan here on the back of Justify, but obviously can't make the move because we're under VSC. So he's going to have to hold position there, as Nathan isn't going to be able to make the most of potential run coming down the Camel Straight. But Vita and Ultra is your race leader right now, ahead of Tezza Mozart running in second place. Freddie there in third place right now, with Ruck on the back of them. Joseph there in P5 ahead of Irelandberg. Justify still running in P7 at the moment ahead of Nathan, with Mark in 9th, Brinky 10th. Now you're in 11th with Rexy Boy 12th, Street Boy 13th, Swiftmeister 14th, then Oliver 15th, and Trucky P16 at the moment as we're underway once again on the exit of Prix for lap 2 of this Belgian Grand Prix, and it's Vita and Ultra still leading the way right now as they come into campus here. There's Freddie, Rock, Joseph, Arlenberg ahead of Justify. You got Nathan trying to attack on the back of Justify at the moment. The rest of them all filing through this middle sector of the lap here at Spa as we got a battle here going on between Trucky and Oliver looking down the inside of Trucky, but can't make the move there. But Oliver, difficult night for him so far here at Spa. We'll be hoping he can make his way through the pack a little bit here over the course of this Grand Prix. We've got Tezza still keeping V10 on his toes right now, but Freddie closer to the back of Tezza than Tezza is to the back of V10 at the moment. Coming into the bus stop chicane, Freddie's right there waiting here. Joseph on his soft tyres will be wanting to make the most of these while he can, because obviously they will be going off quicker than the medium runners, so he'll be wanting to try and chase after Rock as quickly as he possibly can here. Stiffmeister's moved ahead of Street Boy up into P13. These two running side by side into the bus stop. Bit of contact there between them as Street Boy manages to hold it around the outside there, coming down the start finish straight. He's got the inside coming to it down towards La Source. Is he going to be close enough? No, he's going to be outpaced there down the straight by the Stiffmeister, and the Red Bull there holds on around the outside of the Ferrari for the time being. Stiffmeister maintaining 13th places. Now Regis moved ahead of Brinky there up into P10 as well as they come down towards El Rouge. So nicely done there from Nell Regit, but Vita and Ultra still leading down the Camel Straight, but Tezza very close to the back of him here in towards Lacombe. Too far back at the moment as Nathan there has got the slipstream, has made the move there on Justify down the Camel Straight up into Lacombe. So Nathan there up to P7 there in that one. Brinky's on the back of Nell Regit as well, looking to the outside here into Lacombe. Is he going to make that move? He's going to go around the outside. There is Brinky, and he makes it stick, but he can't. Oh no, actually Nell Regit's going to be on the inside for the next part and holds on to the right hand side there. Does Nell Regit up into P10 back again as Brinky there is now coming under pressure from Stiffmeister as well. Stiffmeister down the inside of Brussels and makes that move up to P11. Beautifully done there from Stiffmeister. Now he's going to look to try and attack on the back of Nelly Regit as well, but Nelly Regit is going to hold on for that one. These two Red Bull teammates running in 10th and 11th places right now. Nelly Regit staying ahead of his teammate Stiffmeister for now. Rexy Boy looking interested on the back of these guys. Obviously he's on the faster tyres, the soft tyres, so he should be able to have that pace advantage over these drivers in front of him right now. But now Regit still got Stiffmeister trying to hassle him in that battle for P10 right now. We've still got V10 Ultra leading the way by just about half a second right now ahead of Tez and Muzzer. You've got Freddie there running in third place, about a second further back to Rock, who's dropping off at the leaders a little bit here in fourth place. Joseph there running in P5 as we've got under battle here for sixth place going on between Eilenberg and Nathan as they're coming into Blanchimont. And Nathan might fancy his chances here coming down towards the bus stop. He's used up all of his ERS battery though, which is not going to keep him in good stead here for these faster sections of the track here. Eilenberg manages to hold the inside there going through the bus stop, and he comes into the pit stay as Eilenberg. So that gives Nathan and Justify the positions on a plate. Justify very close to the back of Nathan right now as they come over the start finish line, but not close enough really to put him under enough pressure to force a move. Tez has just fallen off on the back of V10 and Ultra a little bit over the course of lap 3 here, and he's now the best part of a second behind him. I don't think DRS is open this time around, is it? Well, actually it will be, yeah, because we haven't had a full safety car. We've only had a virtual safety car, so DRS is open for these guys. Freddie very close to the back of Tezza, but Tezza with DRS on V10, managing to use that to defend from Freddie. Freddie getting very close to the back of Tezza Mazzolo as they come into Lacombe. Currently half a second separating the top 3 at the moment as Justify has moved ahead of Nathan with the DRS up into P6. Rexy Boy very close to the back of Nelly Regit here, looking to the outside into Lacombe, but he's too far back. Nelly Regit with DRS off of Stiffmeister, helping him out, helping defend that position for the time being. Trocky's also hassling the back of Street Boy at the moment as well in a battle for 13th place. So plenty going on here on lap 4 of this race, but his feet and Ultra still showing the way ahead of Tezza right now. Tezza keeping him on his toes though out the front, still keeping him guessing at this point. Tezza is going to be looking to try and force an opening if he possibly can in this one, but he's holding position for the time being. Freddie is just waiting in the wings behind these guys, just falling off them a little bit over the course of the last lap or so. But then he just needs to make sure he's in striking distance here. If these two trip over each other, it's not going to matter if he's 1 second or 5 seconds behind. Ultimately, if these two crash each other out, he'll be the one who benefits from it. So he just needs to make sure he's close enough to be able to capitalise if anything happens in front of him. But right now, it's still V10 Ultra who leads the race as they come through out of Blanchimont down towards the bus stop again. Tezza looking to the inside there, too far back going into the bus stop as Justify has moved ahead of Joseph here up into P5. But bit of contact there and Justify losing it as he loses out to Nathan there as well. Justify getting it horribly wrong on the exit of Blanchimont. Now he's going to be under pressure here from the Mark coming into the bus stop. Mark's too far back at the moment, but Joseph managing to get that position there up into P5, and Justify there getting ahead of Nathan down the start finish straight up into P6 again. So Justify gaining one of the places that he's lost back there, and you can see there you got Stiffmeister. No, that's the Mark there looking to the inside, but couldn't do anything there into that source. Justify's moved ahead of Joseph now up into P5 as well. So Justify gaining those 2 places back that he lost a second ago. Brinky moving ahead of Street Boy. In fact, Street Boy's managed to get a better run there out of last source, and Brinky there losing out to Trucky as well. So Brinky got a horrible run there at La Source, and lost a couple of positions as a result. Tezza's taking the lead. Tezza leads the race here, coming out of Lacombe here for the 5th time in the race. So you've got Tezza there, who's now having to defend the inside down towards Brussels. V10 trying to go around the outside there. Tezza's got that inside line covered off and has taken that lead and has made the move stick there. Joseph's moved ahead of Justify up into P6 as well. Truckee has got ahead of Street Boy up into P12, so it's lots going on at the moment. Position changes left, right and centre here in this race. But Tezza leading the race. The big news here is that he's made the move down the Kemmel Straight with the DRS, and V10 Ultra now stuck behind him, looking to try and come back at him at some point in this race. You've got the mark here, who's hassling the back of Joseph here down towards Pouon. You've got Justify right on the back of these guys as well here. There's currently a 3-way battle here for P6 in this race, but Tezza is your new race leader here on lap 5 of this race. That is absolutely huge news here from Tezza Muzzer. We've got Nathan there with a penalty. Obviously, I think track limits is probably going to be the reason for that one, as Mark is on the back of Joseph here in the battle for P6 still, as they're coming through out of Stavelo into the final sector of the lap here on lap 5 of the race. But V10 very close to the back of Tezza, looking to the inside into the bus stop. He goes down the inside there, does V10 Ultra, but Tezza holding it around the outside and has the inside for the next corner and manages to get a position back there. Tezza and the V10 Ultra are so busy fighting each other that Freddie is right there with them here as they come over the line. Here we go to start lap 6 of the race. V10 Ultra is right on the back of his championship rival here, but Freddie is going to be there to punish them if these two trip over each other. You can be sure about that. Mark there is lost out to Justify. Justify up into P7 as they're coming down the start-finish straight, as now Mark's got the inside for La Source, and it's going to come back at him there into turn 1, and the Mark there back up into P7 in that one. Justify couldn't hold that position there around the outside, but V10 Ultra here with DRS is going to breeze past Tezza Muzzer like he's not even there. Takes the lead of the race. V10 as Freddie's way too far back to even capitalise on any of the things that's going on in front of him here. But V10 Ultra there taking the lead back off of Tezza. These two chopping and changing positions left, right and centre right now, as Mark has got a run on Joseph coming down the Kemmel Straight as well. And Mark's going to make the move here for P6. Joseph there can't do anything about that. Justify waiting in the wings behind these guys, looking to the inside there into the Coombe. Joseph there keeping it around the outside. Mark though getting the move up into P6, done there, as V10 Ultra still leads ahead of Tezza right now by only 0.3 of a second on lap 6 of the race. You've got Joseph still trying to come back at the mark here as they come through Brussels. Cracking racing right now. Rexy Boy's just ahead of Street Boy in this battle for 12th place. He's trying to attack on the back of Truckee, who's running in 11th. Obviously Rexy Boy on the soft tyres needs to make those work while he can here. But Nathan here is on the back of Rock as they come through. No, sorry, he's not. Sorry, that's Joseph on the back of the mark here. Sorry, as they're coming out of Pouon, and he's looking to the inside. There is Joseph into Campus. Too far back just at the moment, though. Can't really make a move from there. But exciting stuff here. Justify is definitely looking at this with keen interest right now as the Mark and Joseph continue to battle it out. But Tezza is on the back of V10 as they're coming down towards the bus stop. Is he going to have a look into the chicane? He's going to look up at the inside, but he's too far back at the moment. Freddie, though, is right in the thick of it here in this battle for the lead of the race. And I'll tell you what, he's going to be rubbing his hands together here, watching this unfold in front of him. He's going to know that he's got a good opportunity here to take a win tonight. And obviously was third in the sprint race earlier on. Oh, as he runs into the back of Tezza there. Freddie, I think, caught out a little bit. Tezza was caught out by V10, and then it was a bit of a chain reaction there as Rexy Boy has lost out to Nelly Reggie coming to the bus stop chicane. So Nelly Reggie up into P11 there. Now can close up onto the back of Truckee. Truckee did have pressure from Rexy Boy. Now Nelly Reggie taking that mantle off of Rexy Boy here. Street Boy now looking to the outside of Rexy Boy into La Source. Is he going to try and go around the outside here? He's going to look to try and keep it there, but he can't do it. And Rexy Boy gets a good exit out at La Source. As now Street Boy's going to look to try and get a run here down towards Eau Rouge. They're side by side here, and it's going to be very tight. Somebody's surely going to have to back out of this one, you would have thought, as Street Boy there pulling a Mark Webber around the outside there up into P12. Beautifully done there from him. Rexy Boy, though, is going to have to run down the Kemmel Straight with the DRS as well, but they've all got DRS on each other right now. As on board with Rexy Boy, he looks like he's looking to the inside here of Street Boy into that Coombe. He's going to be too far back to make that one happen there, as Brinky looking to try and get interested here on the back of him as well, but he's too far back to do anything from there. As in the meantime, V10 Ultra still leading ahead of Tezza. These two 0.3 apart. Freddie's dropped off at the back of the top two ever so slightly over the course of the last couple of laps here. Joseph still keeping the mark honest in the battle for P6 with Justify right with these guys as well right now. But Truckee's managed to gap Nelly Reggie by just over a second here in the last sort of lap or so. Rexy Boy still keeping Street Boy honest here in this battle for P12. Brinky's really close on Rexy Boy at the moment as they're coming through Pouon, and he's surely going to be fancying a move for 13th place. You would think in a moment, as he's looking to the outside here into Campus, as Rexy Boy going a little bit wide of the apex there, and that will be Brinky's just confidence just going up a little bit here, knowing that he's got that knowing that he's potentially got him under a bit of pressure here at the moment as they're coming through Stavolo here on lap 7 of the race. And Brinky's got a 3-second time penalty there for track limit warnings, so he's obviously overstepped the mark a little bit there, and Brinky will be looking to tread carefully in the rest of this race, otherwise he'll be picking up more of them as we go along. Oliver's in the meantime is on the back of Ireland Berg here in a battle for P15. He's still not really close enough to make a move here. Brinky very close on the back of Rexy Boy in towards the bus stop. Is he going to look to the outside? He's going to try and go around him, but Rexy Boy's going to cover off any eventualities there as they come back out onto the start-finish straight. Once again, it's Stiffmeister into the pits here at the end of lap 7. And Tezza still on the back of Vitan Ultra as they come down the Kemmel Straight, but still just a little bit too far away as they come into Lacombe once again here. Joseph still on the back of the mark in this battle for P6. You've got Justify really close on Joseph, but Joseph has the DRS on the mark, and that's what's helping him out. That's what's allowing him to defend this position as Justify here in that slipstream with the DRS open as well. Looking to the outside here into Lacombe. He's too far away to make that one happen around the outside. Brinky's made the move on Rexy Boy up into P12 with the DRS, so that's job done there for Brinky. That move's been shaping up for a little while now, and he's going to make that one happen. Tezza still on the back of Vitan Ultra. The two leaders still continuing to go at it right now, but the Mark and Joseph continue to put on a great show here. Joseph now ahead of still ahead of Justify, should I say, in 7th place here in this race. What can Brinky do now? He's in clean air. Can he try and chase after Street Boy running in P11? That's going to be an interesting one to watch over the course of the rest of this race. But Tezza right on the back of Vitan Ultra, still under a second between these two, and Tezza very much within DRS threat of Vitan Ultra at this point. A long way to go here in this Grand Prix. We've got Joseph there with a 3-second time penalty there for track limit warnings, running in P7 at the moment on the back of the mark. But Tezza still continues to put the pressure here on the back of Vitan Ultra as they come out at the bus stop here once again. Joseph here getting closer to the back of the mark as he's looking to the inside. Oh, contact there between them. And Mark there keeping it around the outside. Down towards the bus stop we go. Joseph going for a comeback. Oh no, he's misjudged it completely there. Joseph has crashed out of the race. He was just completely misunderstood how much space he had there going into the corner, and the Mark manages to continue on his way. Maybe a bit of damage. He's coming straight into the pits there, but safety car deployed here at the end of lap 7. Some of the drivers had already gone past the pits at the time. Obviously those two were running in P7 and 8, and they were coming into that final corner, so loads of people had already gone past the pits, but everybody else practically is coming in. So Nathan into the pits, so is the Mark. Truckee as well, Brinky, Nelly Regit, Rexy Boy, Stiffmeister, Street Boy, Islandberg, Oliver all in the pits here at the end of lap 8. Vitan Ultra continuing on his way. It was end of lap 8, not lap 7. But the race leader has to continue because obviously he had already gone past the pits at the time. But that could give an advantage to those who were further up. Saying that though, the safety car hasn't picked them up because the safety car is behind them on the track. So they will actually be able to come in and make that free pit stop, I think, without any dramas, without dropping down the order, so they should be able to come out in the positions they were already in. But dramatic first few laps here to this Belgian Grand Prix here at Purple Sector Formula 1 League here tonight. And obviously this safety car period will take us up to the halfway point, so it's now going to be pretty much a race of two halves here, albeit it could be more than that if we have more safety cars. But yeah, long way to go yet. Lots to uncover, lots to unpack over the course of this race. Lots still to be decided. And Vitan Ultra is obviously a leader. He's running ahead of Tezza at the moment, but these two have been running very close and clearly quite evenly matched around this circuit. Freddie's been, pardon me, keeping them in sight over the course of the race. He hasn't really dropped off of them completely, but he's just been not quite on their pace so far. But then a bit of consistency might pay off for him, because who knows, if those two do end up having a bit of a tangle or something goes on, then he's going to be there to capitalise. And these two have got a championship on the line as well, so there is a lot at stake here for these two. It's Ruck on into the pits as well. Justify coming into the bus stop as well. He's about to pop into the pits. So V10 out of his pit box and away. So's Tezza. There's Freddie. There's Ruck. And Justify now coming into the pits as well. So that's the whole pack now coming in. Half the pack came in on the previous lap, and the rest of them coming in at the end of this lap. Just seeing here, Tezza's DNF'd. So what has happened here? Did Tezza just get taken out? What has gone on here? I completely missed that. Did we get that on stream? What on earth has happened there? Tezza out of the race. It must have been here. At that point there. Going into Eau Rouge. What happened? I did not see that. Did we get that on stream? I was looking away. I was looking down. I wasn't looking at the screen, I must admit. Oh my god. I just saw it on board from V10's car. You can see some debris going flying in front of V10's car. Tezza's behind him. And you can just see some debris flying over the top of the Ferrari, on board the Ferrari. So Tezza's gone into the wall just before Eau Rouge. And I'm not quite sure how that's happened. That is really bizarre. That is a bizarre incident there. But Tezza out of the race, and that's going to cost him a huge amount of points here tonight in his championship fight. And it means that there's only now one driver between Freddie and a potential race win here tonight. He's now running in second place, so it's been a really strong drive here from Freddie so far here tonight. But as I say, a long way to go here in this race. Lots still to be decided. Lots of opportunities will be coming the way of the drivers here tonight. But V10 Ultra leading the way here on lap 10, still under safety car. I think we're going to have one more lap under safety car because I believe there's a mandatory 2-lap under safety car that you have to do before you can come in and before it can subside. So it'll be end of lap 11 that we get going once again for this Belgian Grand Prix here tonight. Freddie says, Jesus, Tezza looked like he got murdered. Tezza went into the back of V10, says MN99. No way. Oh, that could be juicy. I wonder if Tezza feels that V10 brake checked him. If he does, then that could be one to rumble on. That could be a controversial topic. But both Mercedes drivers out of this race here tonight. Matty Pitt obviously retiring on the first lap at exactly the same point on the track actually. Both of them crashed out going into Eau Rouge, that little dip before you go down the hill and then back up Eau Rouge up towards the Kemmel Straight. But that little dip, both Mercedes drivers have crashed out at that point. And that's going to be not the best of memories from that particular stretch of the circuit here for either of those two here. And obviously we'll be back here in a few weeks for the Motive Formula 1 League, which runs on a Friday night. So I'm sure both of them will be hoping for a better performance when that comes around. Here we go then, guys. About to go racing here once again for this Belgian Grand Prix here tonight at Purple Sector. As we've got V10 Ultra leading us through here into these final couple of corners. Freddie there on the back of him, ready to rock and roll here as we come into the bus stop. And out to the start finish straight. Here we go then. Back underway here at Spa, and it's V10 leading the way. Ready there in second place. We've got Ruck there, P3 ahead of Nathan, followed by Justify. There's Stiffmeister on the back of these with the Mark, followed by Trucky, Nelly Regit, Street Boy there running in P10. Rexy Boy, Arlenberg, Oliver, and Brinky. Currently the last runner here in this race, 14th place. But V10 here leading as we come up towards Eau Rouge here for the 12th time in this race. Freddie, Ruck, Nathan, Justify. Then you've got Stiffmeister, Mark, Trucky, Nelly Regit, Street Boy. And they're still holding position right now. No position changes so far. They're all kind of just line of stern, single file at the moment. Rock close to the back of Freddie, but not close enough to Stiffmeister reasonably close to the back of Justify at this point. But it's all very, very after you, sir, kind of orderly at the moment. And V10 Ultra leading the way by nearly a second here ahead of Freddie. So the battle for the lead kind of already looking like it might be not really there at this point. Stiffmeister on the back of Justify in this battle for P5. You've got Brinky there moving ahead of Oliver up into P13. So Brinky there up a position. Good, well, nicely done there from him. Stiffmeister very close to the back of Justify here as well in this battle for P5 right now as they come through Prix. So that's going to be one to watch in a few moments' time, I would have thought. Ruck trying to put the pressure here on Freddie as well for second place. Freddie still just about within a second of V10 Ultra at this point. As Islandberg's moved ahead of Rexy Boy there up into 11th place as well. So that's nicely done there from him. But V10 Ultra out the front by just under a second here ahead of Freddie at this point. Rexy Boy in the meantime looking to the inside of Islandberg as they come into Blanchimont. He's going to have a look here. Stiffmeister's moved ahead of Justify up into P5. He's done that one beautifully there as Stiffmeister. Rexy Boy looking out on the outside of Islandberg here into the bus stop, but he can't make that one stick there at the moment. Islandberg holding it around the outside there as they come out to the start finish straight once again. And V10 Ultra now just over a second ahead of Freddie in the battle for this race lead here. Here comes Rexy Boy on the back of Islandberg here as they're batting over 11th and 12th places here. As we go down the Kemmel Straight, he's going to have a look here. Is he going to be close enough into Lacombe? Not at the moment, he's not. Islandberg's going to hold on to that one for now. Freddie's got a 3-second time penalty here for multiple warnings. So Freddie obviously has been running a really good race so far. Obviously he's been in the podium places for the entirety of it before Tesla crashed, and that obviously promoted him to P2, but now he's going to need a 3-second gap to whoever's behind him if he wants to hold on to second place here in this race. Still a fair way to go as well, so he's got a lot of composure to have to draw upon here. Rexy Boy in the meantime has made the move on Islandberg up into P11 as there's a bit of contact there between them going through the Blanchimont, and they're still side by side here as Islandberg trying to keep it around the outside there down towards the bus stop. He's going to have the inside here is Islandberg. He looks down the inside there and he makes the move on him back again there. Rexy Boy trying to keep it around the outside as they come on the exit of the bus stop, and they're still side by side. They're still running nip and tuck here as Islandberg getting a better exit there out to the start finish straight. It's got the move back done again as Brinky now looking to try and attack on these as well here. Into La Source we go. Islandberg with the inside there through La Source. Yeah, and Rexy Boy's going to try and keep himself there around the outside, and he's still sort of there as well as they come down towards Eau Rouge. And they're side by side still here. Rexy Boy is going to have to back out of that one in the end as they come through Eau Rouge and Radion. But Islandberg there and Rexy Boy having a great little fight there. Brinky waiting in the wings. He's looking down around the outside of Rexy Boy. Down the Kemmel Straight we go. DRS open for both of them here as Brinky can't really make anything happen. He's got the DRS, he's got the slipstream now for Islandberg. They're all attacking here, and Brinky going round the outside of both of them. Wow, look at that. Wow, what a fantastic move there from Brinky up into 11th place as Islandberg there running off the track and down to 14th place. He's lost out to Oliver there. So Brinky there up 2 places, sorry. Islandberg there down 3, and Rexy Boy stays exactly where he was before. Brinky there though doing a fantastic move around the outside, went a bit wide on the exit of the corner but made the move stick nonetheless up to P11. Beautifully done there from him. Stiffmeister in the meantime is on the back of Nathan here in this battle for 4th place right now. We've got Nelly Regit there well within a second of Trocky at this point as well in this battle for 8th place. Street Boy there in the thick of it there with those guys as well. Now Regic's got a 3-second time penalty there for track limits. So another driver there who's picked up a penalty here in this race. Here comes Stiffmeister down the Camel Straight. He's going to look on the back of him and coming in towards Lacombe. A little bit too far away at the moment. There is Stiffmeister. Can't make that one happen. Truckee getting close to the back of Mark as well. Into Lacombe. Can't make that one happen either. Eilenberg into the pits at the end of lap 14. He's off and away again now. Stiffmeister still hassling the back of Nathan here in this fight for 4th place at this point. Truckee well within a second of the mark at the moment, as well as Nelly Regit, who's right there with these guys too. Stiffmeister fancies a move here on Nathan as they're going through Blanchimont. Is he going to have a chance here into the bus stop? Oh, he has nowhere to go there. Nathan just parking his car in the way of Stiffmeister. Into the bus stop we go. If he can get a good run out of the bus stop, he might have a chance coming into that source. He's right on the back of him here as Stiffmeister now pulls out to the inside here. Down the start finish straight he goes. Stiffmeister for P4 in this race. Gets the move done there beautifully there. Nicely done there from him. Nathan though we want to stay close and try and get the DRS down the Camel Straight. He might not even need it here. No, he's not going to come back at him down towards El Rouge. He's going to try and get the run through Radion and maybe get the move done down the Camel Straight here with that DRS. On board with Nathan here. Can keep himself close. He'll have a good chance here. Surely he's going to get past him here with the DRS. Here we go. Stiffmeister's going to have to defend. He can't defend it as Nathan's already on the inside. Breeze is past him like he's not even there. Nathan up into 4th place. Easy pickings there for him as they come into Lacombe. Nathan up into 4th place again. Stiffmeister couldn't hold on to that position, which he gained only a few corners beforehand. And Nathan there is now running in P4 once again. V10 Ultra still leading the race by over 2 seconds ahead of Freddie. Freddie's gap to Rock is 2 seconds. And crucially, Rock has a penalty as well. So that means that Freddie's penalty will not cost him at the moment. As long as he stays with a 3-second penalty, it doesn't get another one, he'll be okay for 2nd place. He's well ahead of Stiffmeister, who's the next driver without a penalty, running in P5, 3 places behind him. But crucially, is 7 seconds behind him on the road. So Freddie at the moment will hold on to 2nd place as things stand here in this one. Justify in the meantime is hassling the back of Stiffmeister as well in this battle for P5. That one's continuing to rage on at the moment. Truckee's on the back of the mark as well with Nelly Regit with these guys here in this battle for 7th place. Oh, as Nelly Regit loses it there going through Stavilo, and he manages to keep it out of the wall. Does a good job there of getting that stopped, but he's lost out there to Street Boy. Street Boy up into P9, and Brinky there moving through up into the points as well now. So Nelly Regit dropping down a few places with that one. Stiffmeister all over the back of Nathan here as they're coming through the final corner. Oh, Truckee there sending one up the inside of the mark here into turn 1. And a bit of contact there between them as they came out of the corner there. But Mark holding on to that one at the moment. Stiffmeister breezing past Nathan there up into 4th place as they go into Lacombe. Lovely move there from Stiffmeister. Absolute peach there from him. Truckee there trying to make the move on the Mark. Mark holding it around the outside there through Lacombe. Truckee would have the inside for the next corner here as Mark's still keeping it there. Oh, contact goal, and that's Truckee. That's on Truckee, that one. Mark there getting damage. Oh no, and Street Boys come together there with Truckee. Oh no, Street Boy out of the race. Absolute carnage, and we got a safety car here on lap 17 of the race. Street Boy there coming off way worse in that one. Mark obviously getting spun by Truckee going through on the exit of Lacombe. But chaos there, and Street Boy out of the race here. Now Regit's got a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags, just to compound matters for him. But yeah, safety car here on lap 17 of the race. That's going to spice up the strategy now. Who's going to do what here? I'll tell you what, who it's not good for, and that's the drivers with penalties. Freddie, Ruck, Nathan, Brinky, and Nelly Regit. Jesus Christ, 11 seconds. He must have killed somebody. Must have run over a marshal to get that. Bloody hell. Rexy Boy, Islandberg, Oliver. I mean, he must have grabbed somebody by the throat for that one. But V10 Ultra here into the pits. Putting a set of softs on, surely, you would have thought. Surely everyone's going to be putting softs on here at this point. V10's going to put softs on, Ruck puts softs on, so does Freddie. Justify, Stiffmeister, Nathan all putting softs on. Truckee in for softs. Nelly Regit, the Mark, Rexy Boy, Islandberg and Oliver already on relatively fresh soft tyres. Only driver who hasn't come in for fresh soft tyres is Truckee, who's staying out on his worn out hard. So he's going to be nothing short of a sitting duck by the time he gets to the restart here. It's probably going to be a 3-lap dash to the flag, because it will be end of lap 19, start at lap 20. That'll be when we get going again. So it'll be a 3-lap dash to the flag from here. So yeah, Truckee's got no chance. I'll be surprised if he's in the points at the end of this race. I'll be very surprised. With the drivers behind him on the soft tyres, I don't think he's going to have any chance to keep him behind him here. It would be a miracle if he's able to hold on to the points here. Honestly, it really would. Freddie says, any advice? I'm shaking. My best advice, mute the stream. Mute me so you can't hear me. There's no pressure then. That's my best advice. If I was in your position right now, I would be doing that. But yeah. One thing that's quite good for Freddie and Ruck actually here is that because Truckee's behind them on his worn hards, he could actually play a bit of a corker here. He could hold the guys behind him up a little bit and give them a chance to get away. Because like we say, Freddie and Ruck with their penalties, they need to pull a bit of a gap here to the likes of Stiffmeister and Justify. They're all on fresh softs, so they all have similar pace. That's not going to be an issue. But it's more a case of they kind of need to get a bit of a head start here. Because there's going to be a limited number of laps for them to pull that gap. Only 3 racing laps by the time we get going here. So yeah, they need to try and use every advantage they can here on this restart. Here we go then, everybody. We are coming towards the end of the safety car period here for the Belgian Grand Prix at Babel sector. We've got a sprint finish to this race here. 3 laps left to go here at Spa-Francorchamps. It's going to be V10 Ultra getting us underway. It's Freddie right at the back of him here, with Ruck there in 3rd place. Freddie and Ruck both with penalties are going to be vulnerable to the pack behind them. But they have got a driver in the shape of Truckee here, who's on very worn out hard tyres, basically being the thorn in the side for those behind. But can Truckee keep these guys at bay behind him? Stiffmeister, Justified, Nathan, Brinky. In fact, Nathan, Brinky, Rexy Boy and Nelly Regit have all got penalties themselves, so they're not going to be a threat to Freddie or Ruck. Mark's not got one. Eilenberg and Oliver have. But Truckee, Stiffmeister and Justify are going to be the contenders here to get onto the podium. And Freddie and Ruck are going to have to be on their A game in the last few laps here. They're going to try and pull that gap if they can. But here we go. Out of the final corner here. Underway once again here at Spa. It's V10 Ultra leading the way. Freddie trying to defend from Ruck again as they come over the line here to start lap 20 of the race. As Ruck looking to the inside into Las Horse. He's too far back at the moment here. As Truckee trying to defend here from Stiffmeister into turn 1. You've got Nathan here looking down the inside of Justify into turn 1 as well. Couldn't make that move happen there. Freddie still keeping ahead of Ruck at the moment as they come through Eau Rouge here on lap 20 of the race. 3 laps left to go here at Spa. And V10 Ultra is already clearing away out the front. No surprises there. He hasn't got any penalties. He hasn't got anything to worry about. He's got the pace here tonight and looks like he's going to see this one out. But Freddie's going to have to defend absolutely all over the place here from Ruck. He's going to have to make that car as wide as he possibly can. And also hope that he can pull the gap to these drivers here behind him. Nathan has moved ahead of Justify up into P6. So he's done well there coming down the Kemmel Straight with no DRS this time. Oh, let's not forget. Nelly Regit there trying to go around the outside of Rexy Boy. In fact, no, on the inside of Rexy Boy, on the exit of the Coombe up into P9. So Nelly Regit's done that one nicely there. Nathan has moved ahead of Truckee up into P5. Obviously, Truckee on those hard tyres, those worn hard tyres. And crucially, Freddie and Ruck are both now already 3 seconds clear of Nathan. They're not 3 seconds clear of Stiffmeister though. As Truckee there has left out to, has got ahead of Justify, and Justify's, he's dropped down the order there, Justify. He's dropped way back. He's now down in P12. He's in the wall coming through Pouan, so I'm not quite sure what's happened there to Justify, but he's dropped a load of places there. He's way down. He's now 13th and last place here in this race. So Justify having a bit of a moment there coming through Pouan, and Truckee there is still running in P6 on his worn hard tyres. I said before, I'd be surprised if he's in the points by the end of this race. He's currently running in P6 here with just over 2 laps left to go. But V10 Ultra leading by nearly 2 seconds already ahead of Freddie. And I tell you what, Stiffmeister is well within the catchment of these two, Freddie and Ruck, at the moment. And as things stand in this race, will inherit a podium position here. So Stiffmeister just needs to continue doing what he's doing right now. Freddie on course for a podium, but it will be 3rd, not 2nd at this point if things finish as they are right now. Brinky here is on the back of Truckee as they're coming down the start-finish straight. Is he going to have a chance? He's not going to be close enough there into Las Horse for the time being. As Mark's sending one down the outside of Rexy Boy there into La Source. But Rexy Boy keeping it around the outside. They're still side by side here down towards Eau Rouge as Mark's slightly ahead of Rexy Boy here. And managing to get that move done there. Justify in the meantime is in 12th. That's because Oliver's into the pits. Ruck and Freddie here side by side into La Coombe. And Ruck there down the inside. Freddie trying to keep it around the outside. That's the inside bit of contact there between them as they come through La Coombe. Oh, as Freddie there has to just put the brakes on there to avoid getting sideways. Ruck there up into 2nd place. Stiffmeister there now on the back of Freddie here. So Freddie vulnerable here. Could be about to lose his podium place. Unless he can get back on Ruck and move himself back through. He will lose out on a podium position here. Brinky's moved ahead of Nelly Regit up into P7. He's trying to go around the outside here of Brussels, and he's done that one beautifully there as Brinky. He's had a really strong race actually as Brinky, a quiet one. He's been understated here because he's been for the lower positions, but he's just made his way through here over the course of this one. It's been an impressive drive here from Brinky here tonight as we see a little bit wide there. The red ball there of Nelly Regit going all over the place. Oh no! And he's completely lost it there. Nelly Regit there is going to drop down to, well, not the back because Justify and Oliver are nowhere to be seen, but nearly the back as we see Freddie here trying to get back on the rear of Ruck coming into the final sector here on lap 21 of the race, about to start the final lap of the race here. Freddie has got to throw caution to the wind if he wants to get a podium here in this one. Brinky's moved back ahead of Truckee up into P6 there as they're coming into the final sector here at this lap. You've got the Mark there who's still on the back of Rexy Boy here in about for 8th place. You've got Rexy Boy trying to challenge Truckee as well. Truckee is all over Brinky, still trying to come back at him here as they come down towards the bus stop chicane, but not going to make that one happen just at the moment. But the Mark there is really close on Rexy Boy coming into coming through the bus stop chicane, but he's not going to be close enough to make a move there at this point. Brinky there, having stolen P6, is still running in that position at the moment. Rock is just ahead of Freddie as they're coming through El Rouge and Radion once again here. Freddie might have a chance here down the Kemmel Straight. Is he going to have a chance here to make a move into Lacombe? I think he's too far away at the moment. And Rock with no DRS, obviously. Freddie has got DRS. That's going to take him a little bit closer here, but he's just a little bit too far away as they come into Lacombe. He's looking to the outside. Oh, and there's contact there between Rock and Freddie. And Freddie there goes straight on over Lacombe. Rock there holds on to that one. Freddie putting him under tremendous pressure right now, but they are now falling back into the clutches of the others. But saying that, the others have got penalties here as well, so this is for position now. This is for position between these two. Stiffmeister gets ahead of both of them. Freddie's made the move there. He's got back ahead of Rock as they come out of No Name. So Freddie now running in third place here and is on course for a podium. Rock there a bit wide there into the wall. Nathan there running in P5. But Freddie there in third place. Stiffmeister obviously in second with no penalty. Can now clear off up the road. He hasn't got anything to worry about here. But Freddie running in third place here on the final lap of this race. Nathan here's all over the back of Rock here, challenging for fourth place right now. Brinky has lost out to Truckee. Truckee back up to P6 here as they come into Campus. Truckee somehow running in P6 in this race. The soft runners now starting to fall off of their tyres a little bit here. Maybe that's giving him a bit of a second wind, obviously on his worn hard tyres here. But Truckee running in P6, and he is going to get some good points here tonight. So he's completely proved my expectations wrong here. But Vita Ultra coming into the bus stop chicane for the final time here at Spa for the Belgian Grand Prix here at Purple Sector Formula 1 League, round 13 of season 9. It's going to be Vita Ultra up towards the line to take quite an easy win in the end with his championship rival Tezza Mazza crashing out. Stiffmeister is going to come around to take second place. Freddie is going to take a podium position here at Spa tonight. Fantastic drive here from Freddie. He finishes over in third place out of Rock fourth with Nathan P5. Truckee it's going to take P6 in the end out of Rexy Boy 7th with Brinky over at 8th place. Mark actually inherits the positions there. So Mark 7th, Rexy Boy 8th, Brinky 9th and Arlenberg 10th. Justify coming through the bus stop chicane. It's going to be an 11th place finish here for Justify as he comes over the line to finish the race. And he's a long way clear of Oliver, who had a bit of a scrappy end to the race. Oliver's just coming through the final sector now and into the Blanchimont for the final time. He's well ahead of Nelly Regit, who's running nowhere to be seen in P13. Don't know what happened to him in those final few laps, but nonetheless, Oliver here up towards the line to take P12 here in this race. Nelly Regit not even in the final sector yet. So, yeah, don't know what's going on there. But Vita Ultra taking the win. Stiffmeister second, but massive shout out to Freddie taking a podium place here tonight. Was running in second for a lot of it. Obviously, the penalty would have dropped him out of second place anyway, but Stiffmeister managed to get ahead of Freddie and Rock with both of those two having a bit of a tangle going through Lacombe. But Freddie managing to hold on for a podium place, managing to repass Rock around the outside of Brussels and getting himself back up into that third place, which he needed for that podium position, obviously. And Noah Regit there over the line to finish the race in P13. Bins it over the line as well. And that is all she wrote here for tonight's action here at Purple Sector Formula 1 League. And that is Vita Ultra, your winner, with Stiffmeister second and Freddie in third place. What a race that was. Fantastic stuff. Freddie in the comments saying, I did it. Indeed you did, mate. Fantastic. Well done to you. Brilliant stuff. Going to see if any of the lads want to have a little chat with us on the stream afterwards. No worries if not, but if anyone does, then that is obviously cool. Now, it doesn't look like anybody's in the commentary box this time, but hopefully at some point we will be able to get that feature up and running. But Freddie doing a fantastic job here tonight. Third place here in this race. Vita Ultra, though, taking the win and maximising his points, with his championship rival Tezza crashing out of the race. Not sure there'll be a stewards inquiry on that one. Not sure if Tezza will feel that he was brake checked there, but the result of it is that Vita Ultra definitely coming off better in the championship points between these two here tonight. Great racing here at Purple Sector for the F1 League here, and V10, Freddie and Stiffmeister, your podium finishers. No, sorry. V10, Stiffmeister and Freddie in that order. Obviously Freddie the second highest point scorer tonight, so well done to him. A third in the second, third in the sprint. No, 2 thirds. Sorry, third in the sprint and third in the Grand Prix as well. And we've got Freddie jumping in the commentary box, so we're gonna get him on now. Hey Freddie, can you hear me, mate? Well, hey, good man. What a race from yourself, mate. Two third places, solid sprint race. Looked like second could have been yours from a lot of that. A lot of the Grand Prix, but obviously the penalty and the tangle there with yourself and Ruck allowed Stiffmeister through. But just tell us from your perspective, what was that like? You're Belgian. Well, you've just kind of bucked that trend tonight, mate. I'm telling you that. You've. I was saying earlier on. I was saying during the sprint. I was saying during the sprint. I think this guy must love Spa because you seem like you were keeping up with V10 and Tezza in the first stints. You seem like you were putting him under pressure at stages as well. I know obviously they were battling, but you seem like you were really in the thick of that fight. Whatever it is that you hate about this track, clearly you've put that behind you tonight with an absolutely incredible display. But in terms of that battle with Rock, obviously things kind of spilled over a little bit. We saw a bit of contact there between the two of you. Was that all just a bit of hard racing, or any beef there, or just one of those things? Yeah, yeah, he was. Yeah, you got around the outside of Brussels turn. What was it? Turn 10 down the hill and managed to get back ahead. So yeah, fair play to you. You kind of dug your heels in and got stuck in and managed to get it done. So obviously, I think in the points now. Where are you in the points in the purple sector? Let's get the standings up actually, because you're not that far off, are you? You're doing a pretty consistent job so far in the standings so far this season. I know V10 and what is it? V10 and Tezza are kind of running away out the front. If it will let me scroll down. Yeah, yeah. I mean, what? No. So yeah, currently P10 in the standings. Obviously, you'll jump up quite a bit after tonight, seeing as you're the second highest point scorer. Looking at the standings, you're not far at all off of fourth in the championship. Could that be the target here this season with only 5 weeks left in the season? 10 races in it, so. It's, I mean, in this sort of form, from tonight, it's definitely on the cards. I would say it's not going to be easy, but if you put in the practice like tonight around a track that you don't like as well, it's the opportunities are definitely going to be there for you. I'm sure. Which one's next? Oh, Zandvoort. Zandvoort. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, we had to pass tonight, so obviously it's not going to be that. But yeah, Zandvoort, the next one. We got a 2 week break. We got a 1 week break essentially. So we're not racing next week here at Purple Sector. We're still racing at Motive next week on Friday night, but we'll be live tomorrow night for Motive racing at the usual time of 6:45 p.m. UK time. I'm just buying time whilst I actually check the server to see where we're actually racing because your boy has no idea where we're racing tomorrow night. Even though I should probably know by now. Yeah, exactly. We are tomorrow night. We're going to be at Canada. Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, Montreal. Love that track. Actually, interestingly, Senna, the championship leader for Motives Formula One League, has said that he absolutely despises it. It's Canada, so that should be exciting. We should actually have some kind of competition tomorrow night. Fingers crossed. Maybe not. Maybe he'll just lap everybody again. But yeah, that should be exciting. And Purple Sector, we're off next week, but then we'll be live back again for the Dutch Grand Prix in Tuesday in 2 weeks' time, followed by Monza 2 weeks today for the Italian Grand Prix, a couple of days after that. But in terms of, Zandvoort and then Monza, Freddie, Monza's a bit of a lottery, isn't it, really? Who knows what could happen there? Yeah, literally just put everyone into a hat and pull the names out. Yeah, yeah, it's brilliant. It's really exciting and close action here at Purple Sector, I have to say. Um, I think typically, I think Matty makes sure of that, doesn't he? Make sure that everybody's quite evenly matched. There's no real outliers, which is good to see, really, because you've got a competitive race, gives everybody a chance. Aliens are not allowed. I think is one rule there. Yeah, nope. Yeah, I think he probably refers them to the Friday League for that one. Um, but yeah, well, we got Senna. We got Senna. We had Gertian. Yeah, I mean, we had a Senna, Gertian, and what was it? And then obviously you got Gelram. That might have been a while ago. Actually, it might have been before your time. Gelram, insanely quick guy, three-time champion of Motives for F1 League. He's just ridiculous. Yeah, he won on two different games as well, so he's a bit of a madman. I'm seeing here, I'm looking on Discord, Joseph's playing F1 24. How's that? What is going on there? Oh, no, okay, so he set it as his status on Discord. Cheeky little bastard. I've seen what he's done. I know, it's just like, I know, I looked at it thinking, what? He's on F1 24? No. That's not the case. I thought for a second. Yeah, that'd be like well, it's not due out for another couple of months yet. And we said that it's out very early this year. It's out at the end of May, so that's going to be one to put in our diaries. But yeah, it's I mean, yeah. So what we got? Netherlands and Italy up next. Got 3 sprint races from now to the end of the season as well. Qatar, Kota, and Brazil sprint races. Brazil's always a fun sprint race. Qatar, I find not so much. Have you driven sprint races at any of those venues, Freddie? What have they been like for you? Yeah. Yeah, I do remember. Yeah. Yeah. It's can be a lot of it can be a lottery. I mean, Brazil's an interesting one. Because it's quite an easy track to overtake, a lot of DRS, lots of chaos. But obviously there's a lot of runoffs as well, so not too many DNFs usually. And usually really good turnouts for Brazil as well. Yeah, most of the time, you never know. I mean, a bit of weather could change that up. We had wet at Motive last season for the sprint race, which kind of spiced things up a little bit. Um, yeah, mate, I wanted to get the last couple of laps on. I wanted to stream the last lap of the sprint, but I couldn't get the stream working in time. It was basically I messed up. I set the bit rate too high on the stream. That was why it was lagging, and so I've deleted the first stream because I hate untidiness. I can't stand. I don't mind. I don't mind. I'm the messiest person like in real life, right? If I've got like I don't mind stuff being like laid out everywhere and like shit being all over the floor. But when it comes to my motive racing channel, I like it to be tidy and neat. I hate having just incomplete streams or messed up streams. Anything that's been any botch jobs on the streams, I can't have it. I have to delete it. I can't have it there. It just winds me up and pisses me off. So I end up having to delete the streams that go wrong. So that stream is gone. It's done. It's no longer there. But yeah. Obviously the Grand Prix went all right. No missed frames, no lagginess. We're all good on that one. But yeah, it's a shame because I wanted to stream the end of that race. I wanted to put that in this one, but I didn't get it going in time. I managed to get it just in time for the start of the Grand Prix, thank God. But yeah, it's one of them, unfortunately. But yeah, you had a strong sprint race. Yeah, definitely. Uh, but yeah, I mean that was an interesting night. Obviously, shame that we couldn't show the sprint race. And I'll tell you what, the first couple of laps were really great to the sprint race. I was really getting into it, and then all of a sudden, I look down at my phone and I see that there's like a freeze frame of somebody driving through the pit lane. And I think, oh my God, not again, not again. Mate, it really does. Trust me, the first couple of laps of that sprint race was absolutely banging. I was like properly, I was really flowing, and then I looked down and it's like suddenly my bubble just no bursts. It is always when good stuff's going on. Yeah, basically. Oh mate, honestly, you should see my laptop, the state it is in, because of the number of times I can't get angry anymore, because it's now literally that laptop is just it's in pieces already. The screen is completely blurred out. I have to plug it into the TV to use it. I cannot use the laptop because the screen is pulverized, and there's exposed circuitry. There's wires hanging out of it. There's like bits of it that are just fallen off from where I've just been fuming, and yeah, yeah. Please, if we can just like set up a GoFundMe, yeah, just please sort out my new app. No, I'm joking. But yeah, exactly. That'll be well. This one actually cost 120 because it was a refurb. It was a refurb job. It was one that was, I think it's about 5 years old, but it's like a i7 processor. Got it for 120 quid. It works really well considering that the it's basically like it's like it looks like a couple of panels of metal with some wires shoved inside at this point, and it still manages to run OBS streams on YouTube. I mean, that just goes to show it must be a pretty decent laptop. The fact that it's been battered to pieces and it still works to some sort of reasonable level. But yeah, it's a bit messy. Yeah. Roblox. Oh God, have you seen the? I've seen those Roblox racing leagues on YouTube. That's crazy shit. That is. Have you seen that? It's ridiculous. Yeah, they've got. Neither do I. I haven't got the foggiest. I've never played Roblox. I've seen clips of it, but like the fact that they've managed to add all the graphics in and the timings and stuff, it's crazy. Really is. That is unreal. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. It's yeah, slightly better. Oh man, that was a hell of a race debrief there, Freddie. I'm telling you, that was as it yeah. I bet after that you must have given that everything. You must have given that absolutely 110. I was shocked. I looked at the stream. Like I was looking down at my phone. I looked up and suddenly Tezza was out of the race. And then I rewound the stream to see what happened. And I was watching V10's onboard because we were on board with V10 at the time, and you could literally just see a piece of debris flying over V10's car as they were going into the corner. I thought, what's happened to him? And obviously he ran into the back of V10, so you could see the debris flying over V10's car as he hit him. Um, but yeah, I don't know whether V10. Do you reckon V10 brake checked him from your perspective? Because you were behind him, weren't you? You were right behind him. Yeah, absolutely right. It definitely could have. Hopefully, it's one of those things. Obviously, when the championship contenders come together, it's easy to be skeptical, but um, over the course of a season, these things do tend to even themselves out. So, like you say, just watch a bad night for Tezza, bad night for the Mercedes team as well. Matty obviously out of the race early on as well. Um, yeah, and obviously Matt. Well, yeah, You guys aren't too far away, but with Matty obviously out of the race, I mean I think his title hopes, I think they were pretty much quite slim anyway. But I think now those might have gone out of the window because he was a fair way behind V10 and Tezza before today. But yeah, the constructors, like you say, I mean you're only 11 points behind Aston. You're only 15 points off of Red Bull, so the third place battle is actually wide open right now. Who's the Red Bull drivers? They're not setting the world alight. Yeah, and Red Bull aren't setting the world alight at all. They're not killing. They're not particularly killing it either. Red Bull. So, what is it? Stiffmeister and who's the other one? Is it Stiffmeister? Yeah, Stiffmeister and Nelly Reggie, isn't it? In the Red Bulls. Yeah, Julian. Yeah, yeah. I remember you said the first time. I always say, I just say the name that's in front of me. It's when I'm trying to sort of spit out what I'm trying to say as quickly as I can. I just have to read off the thing. It's too hard. It's too counterintuitive. Otherwise, it'll take too long. But mate, for the first few times that I saw you racing, I was literally calling you YouTube Freddy because I couldn't get it out of my head what I was reading in front of me. Yeah. YouTube Freddy something or other, something or other, something or other. Okay. What is it? YouTube dot YT. Hold on. It's a YT. So his YouTube name, for those of you who are unaware, is Freddy 13091. Is is your birthday on the 13th of September? Oh, I was trying to work him out. I was trying to figure out his the way that he thinks. No, to be fair, I've worked out people's birthdays. Just sometimes you can tell people's birthdays by like their username, and you just can just say, "I know when your birthday is," and then really keep them out for a second. They think, "How do you know that?" And then they remember, it's because my username. Yeah, but yeah, we've all done that. It makes you quite doxable as well. So that's never ideal. Yeah, I'm not surprised. uh, to be fair, it's always a bit disconcerting. Yeah, that's a bit worrying. Um, in terms of the tonight, obviously, I'm looking at the chat now on Purple Sector. Does seem to be quite a bit going on. There's actually some Matty Pitts actually used the stream as his reference here in one of the tickets. First lap. Oh, I did actually get Matty's crash on the first lap. He got put in the wall going up the hill. What was it? He got put in the wall by Joseph. It was. Did he swipe across him? That's an interesting one. It looked like Joseph did actually put him into the wall there on the first lap. So that's something that's gone on there. A few little things here and there. Interestingly, Freddie, one thing that's fascinating me is that Matty and Tezza, the two Mercedes teammates, both went into the wall at exactly the same part of the track. Literally the same point. In the wall going into Eau Rouge, they literally crashed at the same place. How crazy is that? Yeah, I think those guys will have a bit of PTSD when we get to Motive's Belgian Grand Prix, which will be in a few weeks. No, Tezza won't have to worry about. Actually, you're right. Yeah, Tezza doesn't race with us anymore at Motive. Yeah, he's the reigning champion, but obviously elected to do a Nico Rosberg because he was worried that Senna would would beat him this season. So he dropped the mic and vacated, which you can't blame him the way Senna's going this season. Senna is absolutely romping it for Motive. So yeah, yeah. Well done, Senna. Well done. Congrats, boy. Yeah, yeah. Congrats, Senna. Well done, mate. It's yours. Congratulations on this season's championship, season 7. Well done. Now, what are the standings actually for Motive? Because that's tomorrow night. That's coming up tomorrow. Bit of a preview. It's Senna leads on 176. I think that says. I think he's 55 clear of. Is that Justin? Yeah, Justin in second on 121. And I tell you what, the gap is massive to anybody else. Matty running in third on 67. So yeah, it's a 2-horse race, 100% in that one. The constructors is also pretty much done because it's the 2 Ferraris, 1 and 2 in the championship. So they're 200 points clear. Got nearly treble the points of Mercedes in second. Actually, it's you and Matty in Mercedes, isn't it, Freddie? So you guys in second in the constructors for Motive. Not doing too bad at all. um, well, yeah. Well, Matty's third on 67, but you're sixth on 45. So you are actually backing him up quite well. It's only 22 points between you two. That could get juicy if you guys end up battling over third in the championship. I was I remember that. It was the yeah, because I couldn't get to that one because my stream was it was even worse than tonight. Basically, it wouldn't start at all. It wasn't a case of my internet was crap. It was a case of my internet actually was pretty much down. My upload speed was about 0.3 megabits per second. It was just absolutely shocking. I remember I got onto the phone onto 3 after that, or yeah, pretty much whilst the race was still going on. I was speaking to 3. I got a free week. They let me off of the week because basically the local 4G tower or whatever it is was undergoing construction or something. There was like building work going on it. So pretty much like all 3 customers in the Watford area that week had pretty much near enough no internet. My download speed was like less than 1 and my upload speed was a fraction of 1 megabit per second, like 0.3. So yeah, basically unusable is the word I would use for it. It was terrible. But yeah, luckily this week we didn't have any issues even close to that, but we had to deal with a bit of lag in the sprint, which we got sorted for the Grand Prix, so it's all Gucci. We showed the main event, and that's what's most important. And we showed Freddie getting a podium, which is obviously absolutely brilliant. And some great analysis there as well, Freddie. I'm telling you now, if you you're welcome to join me in the commentary box anytime. But obviously with Bro Heavy Racing, that's where we want you to see you. We want to see you out on track doing the business. That's it, ideally. But yeah, great insight. Exactly, mate. That's why we're all here, isn't it? Well, that's why you're here. I'm not. I'm here to commentate. But I don't race. I don't drive anymore. My sim rig's now packed away. Yeah. Well, you didn't. Yeah. 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 Well, to be fair though, that would kind of. I mean, if you had Formula One, how would you? I mean, I suppose you could have like a helicopter flying above. That would make sense. That'd be one way of doing it. Oh, yeah, that would be a massive explosion. Helicopter goes steaming into the castle, a historical monument in pieces, and yeah, chaos. Yeah, let's not delve any deeper. But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up, guys. Thanks to everybody who will obviously listen to this live, and hopefully you enjoy listening to this little natter backwards afterwards. We'll be back tomorrow night, Friday night, for Motives F1 League at the same time as usual, 6:40 p.m. UK time. We'll have the build up before that. Who knows? Maybe even a pre-race interview, potentially. Don't know. Not promising. If we get time in the afternoon, we might do it. We'll have to see. But yeah, a little preview. If any of the drivers want to get involved in this pre-race, post-race stuff that I'm doing here with Freddie, then obviously it's not just exclusive to Freddie. Anybody who wants to get involved in this, opening up the floor to anybody who wants to do this, by all means, reach out. Let us know. We've kind of been discussing this for a little while, haven't we, Freddie? Over the course of, well, since the back end of last year, we've been talking about doing something like this, and it's cool that we've actually got it going again. So yeah, let's. Hopefully we can make this a weekly thing. Yeah, yeah. Fingers crossed we can make this one a regular thing. But yeah, thanks everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow night for Motive. Take it easy and good night.